Hey Shane, how's it going, buddy? How's your weight? Feel free to ask me any questions on this. So whether it's about high-fat diets, fasting, calories, you name it. You can ask me anything, ketogenic routine. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to start just running my mouth a bit here. So the 4 things I want to chat about today is number 1, open-ended fasting. So what that is there's intermittent fasting. Everyone's hearing of that these days. So that's basically where you fast a long period of time and then you don't eat, and usually you always eat every day, which is a very mainstream way of eating. So, and it works pretty damn good. Like I ate 1 meal a day, so I had a really tight eating window of like about an hour, 2 hours. I did this for a long time and it works. But the problem is that you can still get fucking fat eating 1 meal a day. Especially if you're not really active. Like I showed people I could get fat. I gained like 16 pounds eating 1 meal a day. That's when I realized that I had to get more aggressive with the way I coached. The writing's backwards because the fucking phone, I gotta get, like next time I'll probably have my little buddy, he's gonna stand and he'll just tape me and then I'll answer the questions. So anyway, so open-ended fasting. I don't preach intermittent fasting. I preach a proactive eating routine. Example, you fast whenever you can is what I push. So let's say you have like some sort of wedding to go to on a Saturday. Well, say Saturday's just going to be this fucking shit show bender where you get drunk all day and eat whatever the fuck you want. Well, what you do in preparation, depending how heavy you are, because depending how much body fat you have, you could fast Friday and then pig out on Saturday and then fast Sunday and then eat again Monday. So you always use the scale because the scale will tell you. It's awesome for trending. People are like, oh, the scale, they don't want to get on the fucking scale. Well, the scale works very well because it keeps you accountable. Because as long as you weigh yourself when you know you're fasted, your weight will be accurate. And a lot of people don't understand that. So that's how I teach people to eat. So what I do at the very start, the way I coach people now that I've changed, is what I do is I grind them through fucking long ass fasts. So right off the bat, any person that I coach goes through a 48-hour fast now. Because I know that a 48-hour fast will force ketosis, and you can very quickly get fat adapted that way. Very quickly. And sometimes if they feel good after 48, I might even drive them through 72 right away. But you got to know what you're doing. You can't just go doing a fucking 72-hour fast and be drinking Edmonton or city water. You'll get fucked up. Because the city water's shit, it'll just go right through you and you'll have absolutely no salt, no potassium in your body. You'll feel like shit and get headaches like crazy. And, you could get heart palpitations or faint. Things like that if you don't know what the hell you're doing, okay? So this is what I do. I teach open-ended fasting routines. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll have people, so I'll grind them through some hard fasting where it's easy for them, and then the routine, depending how heavy they are, is going to be less aggressive or more aggressive. The leaner you are, the more often you can eat. The fatter you are, the less fucking often you need to eat. If you're really obese, you need to eat basically next to nothing. This is the truth. You don't need to eat fuck all when you're fat. You won't lose muscle mass. I've proved this 20,000 times. For example, one girl that I'm coaching right now, she's going to be under 5,000 calories for the whole fucking month. For the month. Like, this is like crazy talk. Whoa. People think, I got to get in my calories even when they're doing their intermittent fasting routine where they're, eating for the last 4 hours or 5 hours or 8 hours of the day. They're like, I need my 1,300 calories because the fucking calorie calculator on the internet said they needed 1,300 calories. You don't need fuck all. You won't lose any muscle mass when you're fat. Like, as long as you're smart, like if you train your bag off like and do crazy volume, yeah, you could bust you could break down muscle. But I did a fast just recently where I fasted 7 days and I was probably 9% body fat at the start of the fast. And then I got down to probably about 7.5 now. And I did nothing. I just sat on my ass and let the fasting burn the fucking fat. I did nothing. If you're fat, you do not need to eat as long as you got a proper drink. And a lot of times you can get away with basically straight vegetables and have like next to no calories, and you can do that every second day and lose weight like crazy. Use 20, 30 pounds in a month, depending on how heavy you are. So this person's starting a 48-hour fast. Now, let me get into that, because just make damn sure, if you're going to do a 48-hour fast, I'm not a fucking health fucking nutritionist, blah, blah, blah. There is no fucking education for what I do, okay? If there was, the population wouldn't be fat. Instead, they go to fucking drug dealer doctors and fucking get meds for basically every single issue they have is to do with their weight and unhealthiness. Okay, so just to say that, I'm not a fucking nutritionist, so anything I say, obviously, you can do whatever you want, but I'm just saying, be fucking smart. Be smart. Drink a very good mineral water source. Very good mineral water source if you're going to do a long fast. Don't overexert yourself. Sit on your ass. There's a guy in Costa Rica that runs fasting retreats. He fasts people for like 21 days, and he has actually 100% type 2 diabetes reverse rate. 100 fucking percent. Okay? Actually, just to piss people off real bad. Diabetes is not fucking hereditary or genetic. Type 2 diabetes, and when people are like, oh, it runs in my family, fucking bullshit. Bad diet runs in your family. Your fucking type 2 diabetes is completely caused by bad diet, and as long as your pancreas ain't right fucked up, it can be reversed like 100% of the time with fasting. This guy does it all the time. So, anyway, back to the 48-hour fast. The reason I do that is to drive people into ketosis, to kill that food addiction. It's like jumping out, it's like bungee jumping. It's like, just go for it. You know, so Cole is writing on a whiteboard in the back. Yeah, it's backwards because obviously the camera's buggered up. That's why it says snake diet backwards too. So, yeah, anyway, so if you're going to fast 48 hours, I always just take the safety precaution. Just one thing. So like I said, I'm not a nutritionist, but I will tell you this. You need salt, you need potassium. Okay? So you can get half salt from the store, but the salt source in the half salt is not as good as if you use like pink Himalayan salt and some sort of like potassium chloride source to get, because you need to have those electrolytes up or you'll get fucked up, especially if you're drinking shitty water. What do you suggest, this fella asked me a question, what do you suggest for somebody like me that is 290 pounds and work on my feet all day plus still try to get to the gym and lift weights? It's simple. So when I coach people it's the same for everybody. At the start, it's actually easier the more fat you got on, because once your body gets fat adapted, you can go fucking days without food. Days. No, everyone's scared. No one has the balls to just tell fat people they don't need to eat. Soon as they stop eating, their body will recognize that they have a pile of fat on their gut, and you'll be blown away. This happens almost every time with people that I coach. So let's say it's Sunday night tonight. So let's say they ate tonight. Tomorrow night they'll usually have withdrawals. Especially the women, because women eat way more sugar than guys. I'm sure it's that, because they'll have way more fucking actual withdrawals than the guys will a lot of times. Guys will be hungry, but the women I've even had girls actually puke from withdrawals, and then they still got through it. I even had a couple of girls faint. Well, that was one because they fucking didn't listen to me, and they fucking figured they were a superhero that next morning and went to the fucking gym, and they shouldn't have. But what I was getting at there is that once you've driven your body and got fat adapted, when you go to eat, you'll think you're going to eat a pile of food, but you'll put just a little bit of food in your mouth after fasting for 48 hours, and you won't even be hungry. Because what happens is your hormones get balanced out, and your leptin, because when you're fat, your leptin's been high for so long because body fat produces leptin. It's been high for so long, just like how insulin's high for so long with type 2 diabetics, same idea. The leptin is high for so long that your brain actually gets leptin resistant. And guess what? When your brain doesn't see that the leptin's there, it slows your fucking metabolism down and makes you feel hungry. And then it's just this massive downward spiral. And you just keep eating and eating and eating and you get fatter and fatter and fucking fatter. So when you pull the food away, it wakes your body up, and then your brain will actually see, it's like, holy fuck, there's leptin there, meaning I got a pile of body fat I don't need to eat. And then all of a sudden you're eating like 100 calories a day for a month, and you're fine. and you're working a full-time job that's actually it's active. Like I have one girl that fasts for 5 days a week and only eats on the weekends. Yeah, I'll talk a bit about coffee here actually right now. I don't want to get too off track because I do want to get into. So like when I'm talking about proactive eating before, I teach people I give people the ability, all as I am, is I break people's fucking fear of fasting and not eating. If you want to dumb it down to what I do, I have the balls to tell people to not eat because I do it myself. I practice what I preach. I only eat once every 2 days right now. And so once they can fast, once somebody's got the balls to fast for like 4 days straight or 3 days straight, it's very easy to keep weight off, extremely sustainable because they're not forced to eat. Like let's say you're out and you're like a trucker and you just can't seem to get food on a Saturday night or a Sunday night. Well, so what? You got fat on your body. Fuck, don't eat that night. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay, you're not going to die. Especially if you're already adapted to this. You can go 2 fucking days as long as you got a good water source. You have to have the good water source, or at least if you have a shitty water source, you got to be putting some sort of salt and minerals in it. But you can't have calories because you can't break the fucking fast, right? So that's what I do. I break people's fear of not eating. It's that fucking simple. Because God forbid somebody goes to the goddamn doctor and they weigh 300 pounds and the doctor's actually like, geez, maybe you should just not fucking eat. They're not going to tell you that. Okay, instead they'll give you fucking drugs for your high blood pressure, which I got 2 people now where they fasted for 3 days. They're on blood pressure meds for like 6 years, and their blood pressure, the one lady actually at work got dizzy because her blood pressure dropped below, and it was always high. So guess what? She quit the fucking goddamn blood pressure meds and her blood pressure is perfect in like 3 days. Like this is fucking bullshit. Like I just get mad talking about this stuff because you know how many people out there are on high blood pressure meds that don't even have to be if they just incorporated a fasting way of life? Like this is complete bullshit. Most of the meds you're on. Like I said, type 2 diabetes is not fucking hereditary. That's what they fucking brainwash you with. Because fucking then you're buying all sorts of meds. Like most of the shit. Like autoimmune issues. A lot of times those will start when there's a death in the family or something tragic happened in your life that fucking screwed around with your cortisol levels and shit. And then the next thing you know, you got autoimmune disease, which can be fucking beat. Like as soon as you start fasting and cutting the food out and you're eating a proper clean diet, cut out the sugar, you'll be blown away what'll heal. As soon as you give your body the chance to actually heal. So I'm just going to back this up a hair. He said, I tried 1 meal a day last. See, I don't preach 1 meal a day anymore. That's good though. It works good. But I preach longer fasting than that. 1 meal a day works pretty good but it's not that aggressive. Like there's quite a few people out there that push 1 meal a day. I don't anymore. I push, eat when you need to eat depending on how fat you are. So what'll happen, I can't draw this because it'll be backwards. But let's say if you weigh 300 pounds. A 300-pound person is going to be able to eat very little food. Very little. Like I'm talking, they'll need fuck all for protein. They'll need basically fuck all for fat. And just for good measure, they can pound back some veggies and fruit if they want. And they can do that every second day and they'll be fucking fine. And as they get leaner, once you get, say, down to me, now I have to take in all my fucking maintenance calories in my mouth now because I have no body fat. So let's say this 300-pound person, if they eat 5,000 calories in the whole month, like this is not even bullshit. I'm going to have a few people this month that ate like under 6,000 calories for the whole fucking month. Okay, that's like 200 calories a day of like vegetables, which is still a good amount of vegetables. So let's say their body needs like 2,000 calories a day. So that would mean for the whole month they need 60,000. But then they only have like say 5,000. Well, guess where they're getting the other 55,000 calories from? Their fucking body fat. It's that simple. But eventually the body fat will run out. And then when you get into my situation, I need about, I'll get into calories a little more specific, but let's just talk basically. I need about 3,000 calories a day. So I'm eating once every 48 hours now because I like a nice satiating meal. Because a 3,000 calorie meal to me is small. I'd rather eat fucking 6,000 calories every second day. That works really well for me. So I gotta eat it all because I have no fat. If I undereat, if I only eat 3,000 calories for a 2-day stint when I need 6,000, I'll waste away to fuck all. That's what happens. So then what happens when you get leaner, you know, you can even widen your eating window and you can eat more food. Always using the scale to track everything. It's fucking simple as shit. What kind of calorie intake would you recommend for me? 6'2", 165. See, so you're probably, it all depends how much body fat you got. Now, what I would do with you, I'd have to see you. But, you know, I'd probably do, like, 1 meal a day routine would probably work pretty good for you unless you're a really big eater. You could go, like, the way I do it. Like, basically, I'm going to eat after this video, and I'll probably eat for about 3-4 hours tonight. And I do have a protein count that I need to get in now. I try to. But if you're overweight, you need fuck all for protein. You're not going to lose any muscle unless you're really smashing the gym hard, and then you got to take a bit of protein. The protein numbers you read are bullshit as soon as you're obese. They matter when you're fucking lean, and even the numbers you normally read are still bullshit because the protein's so fucking overrated. Like, even me, if I get in an average of about 90 grams a day from meat products, so that would work, like, so usually in a day, if I was going to eat every day, I'd want about a 400 gram steak, which would yield me about 100 grams of protein via meat. All the rest of the protein that I get from nuts and vegetables and all that shit, I don't even fucking care about that. I just care about what I'm getting in from the meat. The rest is just bonus. So a guy like 6'2", 165, like if you ate 300 grams of meat every day, and then what you could do is pound back like maybe 100 grams of fatty foods, which would be anything high fat. I count eggs and bacon as fatty foods. So this is the way I do this now. Instead of having specific carb, protein, fat macros, this is way fucking easier for people to follow. And then they just weigh their net food. And then what you do is you eat a shit pile of vegetables, like maybe 400 grams of vegetables, maybe like 300 grams of meat. I don't know how big you are, like 165, you're pretty thin. So like 300 grams of meat, 400 grams of veggies, and then maybe 100 grams of fat. And what you can do, I use the fat to control body weight, basically. I leave the protein constant unless you start putting on a little bit of size. You could bump it up to maybe 400 grams of meat. And then you basically use the vegetables as like bowel control movement. So if you're a little bit plugged up, so this is basically a ketogenic routine, ketogenic nutrition routine. It's not a mainstream ketogenic diet because you eat all day long mainstream. You still fucking fast like crazy, right? But you would crank up the vegetables to, you know, as long as if you're constipated, you just pound back more fucking vegetables. It's pretty simple. So I'm just going to check. See, like, so, yeah, so I was saying there about the way I eat now. So let me tell you exactly how I eat right now. So here's what I did the last bit. I was sitting right around 168 pounds. My goal that I've been throwing off for a while, I wanted to get down to 7% body fat and show people, especially the fucking bikini and bodybuilding world, that I could maintain 7% body fat and still be strong as fuck and not weak, little bitch. Okay? So my goal was, so that's what I did on my last fast. I was probably about 9%. I fasted 7 days because I don't like fucking around cutting calories. I just fast it because I know from my previous experience that I won't lose any muscle fasting as long as I kept my cortisol low and did no activity. So I basically sat on my ass for 7 days, okay? Now, as soon as you do that longer, you don't want to go too long because then you will lose some muscle mass just because of not exercising. So what I did, I fasted. I got down to about 162 pounds. And I knew at that weight I'll be right around 7-point-something% body fat. Then, the goal was this is the whole thing. People think that when you fast, it's going to slow your metabolism down. So let's say I was eating every day, let's just say before that. Let's say I was eating 3,000 calories was my maintenance. Okay, let's just say it was my maintenance when I was eating the high-fat diet. So when I cut the weight, I was obviously at 100% calorie deficit. There was no food. Soon as I fucking got down to 162, I started eating 3,000 calories a day again, but instead I was eating about 6,000 every second day, which is about the same idea, but I get a better fast, so I get more out of it because I get my GH cranked up more with the longer fast. That's why it's very natural for me to eat once every 2 days, like big ass meals. So guess what? I fucking started eating that 3,000 calorie maintenance again that I was eating at 168 pounds at 162. Didn't fucking gain a pound. I'll be damned. It's because nothing changed. I still have the same amount of muscle. I just lost fat. This is the same idea with, say, somebody that's 300 pounds. Let's say the amount of energy they need in a day is 2,000 calories. Okay? And then they lose 100 pounds because we cut the calories back to like 100 calories a day. As soon as they get down to the 200 pounds, they're gonna, if they wanted to hold 200 pounds and quit dropping weight, as soon as they start eating 2,000 calories again, they're going to just hold the weight. They're not going to gain it back because their metabolism doesn't get fucked up from fasting. What fucks your metabolism is eating 6 fucking small meals a day. That's what fucks it. Fuck, my throat's already getting dry from ranting. I'm eating way too much, then I'll start... Yeah, exactly. So, like, the best way for you, Shane, would be... I would go with a routine where you eat a full meal every second day, and then every other day you could eat basically birdseed meal, just vegetables and maybe some like butter and cheese. And that, it depends how much you want to eat. Like now, it all depends, because so some people, it's actually, once they get really lean, if they don't have a big, like if they can't eat a lot, say they're eating one meal every day and they're still losing weight, eating one meal a day and they're full. Well, they'd have to stretch out the eating window. So that's when you adjust, because you're always fucking logging your weight on the scale. So if you're eating one massive meal a day, as much as you can eat, like I can eat a huge amount of food in a sitting. But say if I'm some small girl and I can only eat, like, if my body needs about 2,000 calories or something for the day, and I'm already like, and I'm so lean that I have no body fat left, I need to get the full 2,000 in my mouth. And if I can't do that in one sitting, I'm going to have to stretch out the eating window. It's fucking simple. And the more you can eat, it's like, if you can eat like a horse, like look at a snake. Jeez, it's fucking called the snake diet for a reason. A snake, they'll eat fucking probably, the amount of calories that they'll eat in one sitting will be enough for like 7 days worth of calories or 10 days worth of calories. Because they can eat so much. Now if it was a snake with a little tiny, like walnut stomach or some shit, or like not a, let's say the young girl that's small but super active, so she can't eat that much. She's got to stretch out the eating window when she eats. But you always want to incorporate fasting, because the fasting cranks up growth hormone and there's all the positive benefits. Now me, I can eat a lot of food. So here's how it's been working. So right now I'm about 162 pounds. I'm going to eat tonight. I'm going to gain 8 fucking pounds tonight after I eat. I have it down. It's clockwork. I'll gain 8 pounds. I'll probably take a shit tonight or tomorrow morning. I'll be down to about 167 from 170. And then the next morning after that, I'll be down to 165 or 160. Actually, sorry. I'll be down to probably 166 tomorrow morning. I'll be 170 right after 8 tonight, because I'll drink a pile of water too. 166. By tomorrow night, I'll be probably 164. And then the next morning, I'll be 163 again. It's clockwork. I'll gain 8 pounds, and I'm right back down to my 162 pound body weight. Didn't gain a pound. And now I can really focus on the gym, because I'm trying to hold this body fat and get even stronger, which is the big fucking, that's like the unheard of thing, to try to be this lean and keep super strong. What will I eat tonight? Oh, so tonight, I'll eat tonight. So right now, because I need full maintenance calories and protein and macros, okay? So the number I use for my protein is about 100 grams a day of meat. Everything from the nuts and shit that I eat I do not fucking care. Meat, okay? So I will take in, because I'm eating for 2 days. So remember, I'm eating for 2 days here. So tonight, I don't even count calories. I just eat as much as I can, because as much as I can is about 6,000 calories. I know this from experience, because I can eat that much food. So I'll eat a steak tonight that's about 500 grams. So that's going to run you, you're about 25 grams per 100 grams of that steak. So you're at 125 grams of protein there. I'll eat 2 cans of herring to get some polyunsaturated fats. And I'm about 30 grams there, so that puts me at 155. And then I'll eat, so I'm at 155, and then I'll take in probably 6 eggs at 5 grams of protein a pop, which is another 30. So there you go, I'm about 185 ballpark. So I like to be about 90 to 100 grams of protein per day. So obviously I'm at 185, so I'm right bang on. So that's the meat that I'll eat tonight. Then I'll eat probably like 2 or 3 cups of nuts. And that's probably about 2,000 calories worth of nuts. So I want those fats, like the monounsaturated fats. Like I'll eat like macadamia nuts, obviously almonds and Brazil nuts. And tonight I'll probably eat about 200, I'll eat like basically just a shit pile of spinach. I'll eat probably a bag of berries tonight. Like, you gotta remember, I'm lean. I can get away with berries and some fructose. But the obese people I deal with, like, I cut the fucking sugar right out. Because what it does is it gives your liver will fill up with some glycogen, and then all of a sudden you kick yourself out of ketosis somewhat, right? Because you're only going to be in true full ketosis is when your liver's empty of glycogen. So for weight loss, you want to stay away from all the fucking sugar if you can. So that's what I'll eat for meat. So that's my meat, that's fixed. So I'm right around about, let's say I use a number of about 25 grams of protein for 100 grams of any meat except eggs and bacon do not count. I count those as fatty foods because they're predominantly fat. So any meat, I just say 25 grams. So basically I need to get in about 700 to 800 grams of meat tonight. Okay? So I'll eat all that meat, and then I got all my high fats because I'm eating basically ketogenic nutrition right now, but I am eating some berries and shit, which I can get away with it because I fast so fucking hard. I haven't ate for 2 days, so my body just is it's forced ketosis. I don't care about kicking myself out of ketosis because even if I kick myself out of ketosis for 12 hours, it doesn't make a damn bit of difference because I'm fasting another 36. So I'm going to be burning body fat for like the whole 36 hours straight, or at least 24 hours, and I don't even have any fat to burn anyway, so it doesn't matter. So then I'll eat probably this bag of berries. It's like 600 grams of berries. I'll eat probably like 250, 300 grams of spinach, a bunch of carrots. And because I was having a tough time, I did want to make sure I get like I actually want to eat more because I noticed my weight was a hair low last feeding day before I ate. So what I did is I was eating a pile of apples and I cut out the apples and I started actually eating more dried fruit. Now there is a lot of fructose there and you shouldn't eat dried fruit. Now, see, no, John, you can't have berries because you are fat and you need to lose weight and berries are no good. So, he can't eat fucking berries because I don't want people that fructose. Your liver is going to suck up that fructose and basically once your liver is full of fructose, that kicks you out of ketosis. Being in a ketogenic state is the best combination for fat loss is this. Fasting like as long as you can and eating fuck all except vegetables or a ketogenic diet it depends where you are. It depends where you are and how much weight you want to lose. If you're like that person that's like needs to lose that last 20 pounds, it's perfect to just basically cut back, have a certain amount of meat, and then control the weight loss with your fats that you're taking in and always pound lots of vegetables. And as long as you're not constipated, you can play with the vegetables. And you want to stay away from sugar and fructose as much as you can because it will fuck around. As soon as your liver has a bunch of fructose storage, you're not going to be burning body fat until it's out. But that's where the longer you fast, the better. But there's nothing wrong with somebody that's overweight. See, like my friend here that I'm helping, like he's lost 36 pounds in 28 days. Like that's insane. And he's going to probably be like less than, I don't know exactly what his count is, but he'll probably be under 6,000 calories in the month. And he's working every day, like putting in like 16 hours. Like you don't need to eat. You don't need to fucking eat. Okay, you can eat if if you're overweight, you could eat basically straight veggies every night, and the calorie count will be nothing, and pound back some butter and maybe like a speck of protein if you had to. You don't even need to. You won't lose any muscle mass until you actually get lean eating this way. This does not count if you eat 6 meals a day, because your hormones are all fucked up, and you spike your insulin all day, and you end up losing muscle because your body can't cut into body fat because your insulin spiked and it shuts off your hormone-sensitive lipase, which breaks body fat down. That's why you can cut calories down to nothing. You can eat nothing for days, as if it's a true fast. Soon as you're eating multiple meals and you start eating very small amounts that way, you will fucking lose muscle mass. That's the mainstream bikini diet, and that's why it's a fucking joke and everyone's unhealthy when they get on stage and afterwards they blow up like a fucking balloon. Because the reason they blow up like a balloon is because their maintenance calories their body used to need when they were heavier actually dropped because they fucked their metabolism so bad. Because before they did their fucking bullshit cut on their 6 meal a day program, they needed like, let's say 2,000 calories of food. And then they fucked themselves up so bad that they only actually needed 1,000 calories. So then if they went right back to eating 2,000, they'd fucking blow up fatter than they were when they started the cut. For me, like I told you, I did that 7-day fast, went right back to eating 3,000 calories per day average, or 6,000 every 2 days. I didn't gain a pound back. It's fucking easy. It's not rocket science. So people need to understand, if you're fasting, you don't need to eat. It's that simple. Just that when you're fasting, you got to do it smart. And once you're and it's not your choice what weight you're going to be at. Your body will find the best version of itself. Because just like the lion analogy I used, do you think lions decide? It's like, oh, I want to lose 20 pounds. No, they're always lean. Because the thing that makes them go kill something is their fucking hormones. They eat 60 pounds of food in one kill, then they lay on their ass for 4 days, and then the hormones start spiking up, like they're fight or flight hormones, because they're hungry. Now they're getting hungry and fasted, which makes them go kill shit. See, this is the whole problem with our fucking society. Hunting used to be our gym, because only way we could get food is if we actually it was like we needed to use the explosiveness to get our food. Now we just got to go to the fucking fast food joint. And now going to the gym's a luxury. Like the fucking hunting was your gym. Now it's we just live in such a society that's so fucking lazy because we got so much money. And then we got fucking crooks out there telling us that we have like chronic illnesses which can be fixed. Like almost every fucking sickness you got. And like even people, when I start fasting them or talk to them at the start, they're like, yeah, but my body, it can't do that. Well, the thing is, as soon as you start fasting, anything that happened with you in the past means fuck all. Because you're all broken. You're fucking broke. You're broken until you start fucking fasting hardcore. Because your hormones are fucked. Because you eat all fucking day. That's it. So one girl asked if I have a bikini girl on my diet. Actually, a friend of mine is on my diet, and she's won 2 shows. And the reason she started doing my diet is because the way she had to cut for the shows was a fucking joke. Because she fucking lost muscle every time. Okay, the thing is, you gotta understand that most bikini competitors and bodybuilders are too fucking scared to even do this. Because this girl I'm talking about gave that shit up because she knew that it was not healthy to do it. But most of them are too scared because they're scared of losing their little fucking gains. Because it's their psychological problems in the first place that got them on stage. They're scared to lose their gains. They're scared to take the chance. There's tons of fucking people that are intermittent fasting now. And you don't need a bikini competitor. I'm fucking the bikini competitor. I do this shit myself. I'm lean as fuck. And I don't even try. I do no cardio. I do 0 cardio. Fucking 0. These bikini competitors are on the treadmill for 2 hours a day. No wonder they can't keep muscle mass when they're doing their cut, because their cortisol, they're fucking just burning it. You can't fucking get, the fasting takes the fat. You can't, going to the gym, this is a good point actually. If you're going to the gym to lose weight, to lose fat, you're going to the gym for all the fucking wrong reasons. The fat loss is done with the diet, with fasting, with eating. You're never going to lose fuck all unless you train like a goddamn Ironman triathlete. Okay, like, you won't. It's the diet that's going to lose the weight. Right? Like, this is the thing. It's funny because, you know how many bikini competitors out there are, like, this whole bikini fucking world now is a fucking gong show because you got every single girl's like, I'm going to compete. There's like, it's like the 3% rule. Out of everyone out there, there's like 3% that are actually competitive. Other than that, it's a joke. So the better, like I deal with, how do I say that? I just see like how a lot of these people get preyed on by some of these coaches, and the way they coach is a fucking joke too. Because all they do is like, it's all this cookie cutter meal planning, cookie cutter workouts. They don't do any face-to-face or mouth-to-mouth coaching. Mouth-to-mouth meaning actually talking to people over the phone. God forbid they'd actually put in the fucking time. I'm just reading these ones here. Yeah, like for somebody to stay lean, like so my old roommate, he's a natural bodybuilder and he's top level, natural top level. And so is another fella I know that was like kind of my Yoda throughout the whole time I was doing these hard fasts. He knew that nothing would fucking happen. He's been fasting for years, like years. These guys aren't young. Like one guy's 45, the other guy's 40. And the only way you can be a top level natural bodybuilder is if you fucking train properly and fast. Because the only way you can get fucking lean, truly lean and stay very, very strong if you're not fasting is if you're doing fucking drugs. That's it. If you can't, there's no way you'll be super lean all year round and strong. I'm talking strong like the other day. So right now I'm 162 pounds. I deadlift 500. I'm benching over 300 pounds and I squat like, 400 pounds. So, and I'm lean and like to be like that, I could never be this way without fasting. Like I couldn't. It's impossible. It's fucking impossible. It's all about body composition. Like, you don't need to train a bikini competitor to fucking prove body comp. All they gotta do is, like, when I go around to the gym right now, like, because the one girl's asking me about training a bikini competitor, I deal with fat loss, but I should be. So you go around the gym in Edmonton right now, and on the off season, like, this is one of the worst parts about social media. People see all these girls and guys look all sexy on social media. I see these people at the fucking gym on a regular basis and they're fat. Like, because they're fucking lean for about a week. And then they just blow up like fucking balloons because their diet is shit. Eating 6 meals a day is fucking shit. Shit. You cannot maintain an ultra lean physique and eating like that unless you're on fucking cutters and drugs. And be strong. You can be lean, eating 6 meals a day, and be weak and sick because you're still not fasting, and fasting fucking fixes damn near everything. This guy lost 12 pounds in 5 days. That's pretty cool. So that's why, yeah, so like anyone can challenge me. So even like the fella I used to live with, he had to eat strict macros. Like, I can eat whatever the fuck I want. When you fast, it's just amazing. And so I'm going to get a little bit into calories here, just to talk about calories. Now, you got to take calories with a grain of salt. I'm going to get flack for this. A calorie is not a fucking calorie, according to as far as your body's concerned. Now, if you're burning them in a fire, yeah, a calorie is a calorie. The way they figure out how many calories are in a food, they take a thing called a bomb calorimeter. They have a little explosion in this little cell, and then it heats up the water around the cell. Okay? However much it heats up the water, it takes basically 1 kcal to heat 1 liter of water up 1 degree C. I say kcal because if you look up calories, sometimes it's confusing because there's a calorie is actually 1 gram of water, but if you look it up, a calorie will have 2 definitions. It'll be 1 kilogram of water or 1 gram of water, and it'll still call it a calorie, but they'll use kcal on like European shit and stuff. But anyway, so when you burn something, you'll get a certain amount of calories because it'll heat the water up, okay? Now, your body's not a fucking bomb calorimeter. So, for example, let's say tree bark was edible and it wouldn't make me sick. That's, who says it's not edible? If it doesn't make me sick, it's edible. Well, I'll tell you right now, tree bark burns. There's fucking calories there. But you think I'm going to digest it? Fuck no, it's going to go right up my ass in the toilet. See, this is where people don't get. It's all about what comes out of you too. What do you think, your shit's got no calories? Like, so much shit gets undigested when you have a fucked up stomach. You can eat 6,000 calories a day and only fucking uptake half of that natural energy. A lot of it will just end up in the toilet. And that's why you can always gauge if you're at a proper caloric deficit by how much you shit. If you're shitting every single day, your caloric deficit's not even close to enough to be losing enough weight. You should be probably shitting every second or third day. And that doesn't mean you're plugged up either. You're not constipated. It's just because you're not eating any food. So the byproduct of burning fat is going to be the ketone bodies that come out in your urine. If you're not taking any food, there's no reason to take a shit. Like, this is fucking not rocket science. I get in this argument with people all the time. They're like if you ate like 3,000 calories of nuts versus 3,000 calories of fucking rice, you're not going to uptake the same amount. You might only uptake like 2,000 calories of one and maybe like 1,500 of the other. Because the other one, a bunch of shit couldn't get digested and went in the fucking toilet. Yet when they tested in the bomb calorimeter, it was the same amount of calories between the two foods. Like, this is not rocket science. This is why the only way, you got to watch macros for sure. But calories, all depends on the fucking food you're eating. You could eat a bunch of fucking garbage and take massive shits and you're not breaking any of that down. So then all of a sudden your whole calorie fucking theory goes out the fucking window. And that's why shit. Flexible dieting is a fucking joke. Because it doesn't, if you're eating 6 meals a day and you're fucking withholding like a certain amount of calories to eat garbage, it all depends on the food. The scale's what counts and your strength. Your fucking strength and your scale. So you gotta log both. If you're going to the gym and you get weaker, obviously something's fucked up with your diet. If your fucking weight's falling and you're getting weaker, you don't want that. That's why anybody that's a high-level power lifter has a wicked progression when they train. They know right away if they're stronger or weaker, and that's how they can tell fucking right away if their macros are in check. So if they're losing weight, if you're losing weight and you keep your strength, you're doing something good. If you're losing weight and not keeping your strength, you're doing something fucked up. And that's that simple. So it doesn't fucking, I don't know why people even make the comparison to like, oh, is there like fucking bikini competitor on your diet? Who gives a shit? They're weak. It doesn't matter what if they're on the diet or not. Doesn't matter if they're fasting. If they're getting weaker eating the way they're eating, obviously what they're doing is fucking wrong. Because they shouldn't be getting weak. Anything that makes you weaker is junk. And they're weak. Like fucking weak. Like the girl that I know that's a friend of mine, she, like I say, one guy that chimed in actually knows her. I won't say her name. But she placed top number 1, 2 shows. And she got up to a national level, and that's when she quit, because the only way she could be competitive with the other girls is if she did fucking steroids. And that's when she fucking gave it up. And then I ran into her one day when I was at the rec center, and we were bullshitting, and she was, you know, she was tired of having, if she had to cut, she wanted to lose a little bit of fat without losing strength and without fucking eating the 6 meal a day bullshit. And we were talking, and she tried doing my diet. And fucking, she's been doing it ever since. Like, who wouldn't eat this way? Like, it's easy. You don't have to meal prep or fuck all. If you're meal prepping, you're wasting your life. Like, most people that are trying to eat 6 meals a day, and they're like, that's a broken system. It's like you're trying to make a broken system work. Like, it's like taking an old model vehicle and putting more bells and whistles on it to try to make it better, rather than just coming out with a whole new vehicle that's like completely different. You know, that's all eating 6 times a day is a fucking broken system that you basically, the only way to get wicked results out of that is taking fucking drugs. Nobody that eats 6 times a day is going to be fucking super strong and lean and strong without fucking taking drugs. It's next to impossible. It's next to fucking impossible. Your body will not burn fat worth shit. Why when fasting headaches occur? Why? I don't know what the question is. If you're getting headaches, you're not drinking enough fucking water. And not enough usually it's almost 99.9% of the time. The only time you'll get a headache from fasting is when you first push yourself through the initial, when you're basically through the initial fast, when you're breaking your food addiction. Okay, but any headache, almost 99% of the time, is going to be from not enough fucking water and salt and potassium in the fucking water. That's why you'll have a headache almost every time, from my experience with people. So, on this diet, I'm going to lose 95 pounds in 100 days. Yeah, you will. You actually probably will. Like, probably easily, actually, I think. I'm just going to check a couple questions. Yeah, the diet's cheap as hell for sure. Like, you know, like, I love seeing people that are eating 6 meals a day trying to be all-star fucking fitness junkies, eating their rice and chicken and vegetables when they're talking to you, you know, when they're fucking at work. They always got to fucking take the stupid break. Like, what kind of life is that? Your life is revolving around food. Like, you're so high maintenance, it's a fucking headache. You know, I'm eating once every 2 days. My second day is completely free. I don't even have to eat. You know, and that's the day, so that's my tomorrow, and that's when I train the hardest. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm training every second day mainly, and then today I swam a little bit just to do the kind of cardio I do. I don't do any steady state bullshit cardio ever. Everything I do is fucking high intensity cardio, straight up high intensity. I don't do any steady state anymore because it's a complete waste of fucking time. Because the only reason anybody does steady state cardio is to fucking try to burn body fat, which is a complete fucking waste of time. Waste of time. And that's why you see all these bikini competitors on the fucking stair climber and on the treadmill for fucking 2 hours every day. Like, what a waste. And then they have no strength. And these guys that are coaching them are the guys that should be fucking, like, thrown in jail because they're just, you know, they're just robbing these people. Like, it's insane. It's insane. And they can't maintain a lean body all year round. They can't. You see them. They're fat everywhere you go because you see them. You see these people on Instagram, on Facebook. Then you see them in real life and they're fat. And then they fucking cut all the fat off fucking the last month of a show. You know, like, what kind of fucking lifestyle is that? Let's be fucking sexy for 2 fucking weeks. Like, whoop-de-fucking do. Yeah, see this guy here? So he was prepping 6. I did it too. Like, I got suckered in too. So what happened? You know what's funny? The healthiest I ever ate as far as fasting went was when I was a kid. I was 18 years old and I was golfing every day. And I remember I'd go to the golf course and I'd eat like this massive pile of fucking French fries. And I would literally, just because I was having so much fun golfing all day, I wouldn't eat all day long, and I would still go to swimming practice that night, and I was fucking ripped. And then something happened when I went to university. I started eating 3 meals a day, which was dumb, and then it just got worse and worse. And then I remember a few years later, like after a while, I was back to 2 meals a day, but it doesn't matter if you eat 2 meals a day, because if you're eating 1 when you wake up and 1 at night, you're not getting any fasting time. The eating window's got to be tight or else it's fucking useless. Like, even eating 1 meal a day and chewing a fucking piece of bubble gum 8 hours prior is still going to be useless, because as far as your body's concerned on a hormonal level, that fucking bubble gum is like a meal. I did 3 meals each day, 5, yeah, like that's the worst way you can fucking eat. 3 meals a day, 5 hours apart. And that's still better than eating 6 meals a day, because you'll get, if you're eating ketogenic routine, that wouldn't be as bad. But as soon as you're eating carbs and spiking insulin, you'll never burn fat eating 3 meals a fucking day. Not a chance. Just looking through some of these ones here. See, one thing too, like, that's the thing. To do what I do, you have to have nerve, because, like, I didn't want to lose muscle mass either. Like, if you took 1,000 egotistical males and you're like, and all of them knew about fasting, there's going to be like none of them that'll fucking try it. In fear, especially if the worst ones are the fucking bodybuilders, because they're going to be fucking scared they might lose their little fucking gains. but they might have a chance of fucking figuring out something much more great. And this is how life works too. People scared of losing their little fucking gains, their little financial bullshit gains is going to be applied to that instead of going for the big fish. Because people are fucking scared, and that's my last part of this topic. Fear of not eating. So I got 8 minutes left. I'm going to make this an hour. So fear of not eating is the biggest thing. Because mainstream society tells you to eat, fucking eat. When you're out with your friends, let's eat. Let's fucking, there's a birthday party, let's fucking eat. Eating everywhere. And so the problem is, this actually should be called fear of judgment as well, because half the time, the biggest problem I have with dieting people is their fucking social circle. Because their social circle will ridicule them for fasting for starters. And then, if the person's not mentally strong, they'll fucking crack. And that's where I come in. That's why I phone people every single day on the phone. Every fucking day. I have to, or else they'll crack. But once they get through about 30 days and they've told everybody in their life to fuck off, then finally it's almost like when I quit drinking alcohol like 8 years ago or 7 years ago. 8 years ago, 7.5. I lived in a fucking town full of drunks. But I had so much, I was so driven to quit drinking for all sorts of reasons, roll the truck, fucking, just alcoholism everywhere. Fuck, I was like an athlete and I didn't want to fucking go down that road and like lots of things. And I quit. And you know what? When I quit, I actually never thought that I'd never drink again. I thought, I'll drink again someday. And you know how much flack I got when I first quit? It's just a big joke because I was a fucking town drunk pretty much. So it's just this big fucking joke. It's like, he'll drink in 2 days. Next thing you know, a week goes by. Month goes by. Next thing you know, people are almost trying to get you to fucking drink almost because a lot of things I think they feel deep down they're actually bettering yourself and they want to like almost fucking somewhat sabotage it. But then you'll get the rare person who will actually be patting you on the back and be proud of you. Then after a while, you'll just beat them. You'll fucking beat them out. Because after a year you don't drink, then then it's like they very rarely fuck with you. Then they're like, I hope you drink again. You were so much fun. And then after a while, they just give up. It's almost like me with preaching fasting. When I first started preaching this, I got so much hate. Like so much hate, but I didn't fucking care because I'd been through way worse in my life. I could handle it. And now, I got fucking my phone's ringing off the hook for people that want help with their damn diet. Like, it's fucking insane. Like, it's pretty cool. It's turning into like a movement. It's turning into a movement because it's free. Like, anybody can do this. They don't gotta, it's almost like, I don't usually bring it up, but it's almost like the way Trump ran for president. It's like at the start, everyone fucking hated him. After a while, he was different than everybody else. He preached, the people were just fucking fed up with the fucking system. Just like they're fed up with the weight loss system. Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers, all the fucking mainstream bullshit advice that doesn't fucking work. And then a guy like me comes along, I've actually done the self-experimentation. I self-experiment to the fucking extreme. That's why I can preach this shit. Nobody does it. Because I have no fear. I have no fear of money. I don't care if I'm broke financially. I don't fucking care. Because I got way more passion and direction than that. This is the problem. It all comes back to these addictions, why people are scared to do shit. Money's huge. Money's big because when people are chasing the dollar, they fucking work a job that they fucking hate, which fucking stresses them out, which cranks up cortisol, which makes you fat, which makes you get no sleep, which makes you start fucking taking vices like smoking and coffee and booze and drugs and etc., etc., etc. All because your fear of fucking judgment. Because society and the fucking system make you scared. It's like, I don't mean to sound like a fucking arrogant asshole, but it's like, I almost feel like Neo on the Matrix, where it's like you've busted out of the fucking bullshit system, and one by one I'm pulling people out, and they can't fucking stop me. I'm pulling people out and letting them understand there's something better. One by one, and nothing can fucking stop this shit. And I'm gonna wrap this up. I wouldn't have talked to you tonight. Good chance I would have cracked. 30 minutes away from 48 hours. See, you got, like, it's all about that motivation. And, like, my goal is I want to be in front of a fucking crowd, like Tony Robbins, in like a year. And I want to have people that I've helped that have lost piles of weight and other, like, whatever their goal was, and talking on stage about their stories and just change this whole fucking broken thing. It's just a fucking scam. It's a scam. They make money on your bad health, and they got you living in fear. That's it. You're fucking scared. And that's where I help you not be scared. As soon as you fucking get that feeling where you fasted and then your body's running on ketones, it's so natural and you just feel like, it's like this is the way it should be. It's not that hard. It's not complicated. The nutrition is not fucking complicated. It's easy. It's easy. Losing weight's a fucking joke for me. And for the people I help, it's a fucking joke. Other than getting the willpower, it's not rocket science. It's simple. You don't fucking eat. But God forbid your mainstream fitness trainer and your fucking doctor have the balls to tell somebody to fucking keep the food out of their fucking mouth. And usually it's because our education system's fucking broken. So anybody that comes at me about that shit can get fucked, because you know what? What they're teaching your big certified people in school is a fucking joke too. Because that's all fucking bought and paid by all the food companies that are fucking ripping everybody off. Like, God forbid they would actually have a whole semester on teaching about starvation and metabolism. And God forbid there would actually be studies out there. Like, you can't even find studies on people like me. Like, the only study you're going to be able to do is if you took clients that I worked with that actually have normal hormones. As soon as you do a study on somebody that's been eating 6 meals a day, the study's fucking broken. So you can't trust any study, because it's like doing a study on a domesticated animal versus a wild animal. By the way, wild animals don't ever have cancer. And then they get cancer as soon as they're domesticated, for fuck's sakes. Like, it's the same with us. We're domesticated now. Just like on the movie The Matrix. They're using you for fuel. They're using you for fucking fuel, and the fuel is money. And that's it. That's all you are, is you're a fucking slave to the fucking system, and I'm waking people up. So everyone have a great night, and my voice is getting fucking sore from running my mouth. And if you have any questions about the diet, give me a call. I'm going to be doing one of these every fucking Sunday night. So blow it up. And I tried to do it on my Facebook page first. Oh, like my Facebook page. Snake Diet on Facebook. It's the one with the before and after with the girl. Like it. And if you're doing a diet, if you're fucking fasting in any way, give me a fucking review. And subscribe to my fucking YouTube channel. Because that's where I'm going to be putting lots of info. I'm pumping the fuck out of that YouTube channel now because people are actually watching it. It's slowly just exponentially blowing up. And then follow me on Instagram, because I actually hired a young kid that's my buddy, and he's my new helper, and we're gonna be blowing this shit the fuck up because he's passionate, and I got him to quit his fucking shitty ass day job, and I'm gonna just pay him. So, and then we're gonna be doing all sorts of videos, and I'm gonna be fucking hitting weights and shit in the gym and blah blah blah, doing YouTube, so it'll be pretty cool. Awesome. So everyone have a great night and get that fat in you.